All right, strap yourselves in because we are diving deep into the world of AI today. We've got a research paper that's causing a real stir, and it's called,
VideoLLaMA 3.
VideoLLaMA 3 Frontier Multimodal Foundation Models for Image and Video Understanding. And let me tell you,
This one.
this is not just another AI upgrade.
No,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
really something special. We're talking about an AI that can understand images, but also videos, and all the complexity that comes with that.
The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing. I mean,
Yeah.
imagine self-driving cars that actually see the world around them.
Right.
Not just reacting to sensors, but actually understanding what they're seeing. Or think about AI assistants that can
Yeah.
analyze complex charts and documents and maybe even...
Maybe even give you investment advice.
Yeah.
Based on the trends and insights that it sees.
It sees, yeah.
So those are just a few examples of what VideoLLaMA 3 could potentially do. At its core, it's a multimodal foundation model, which means it can process and understand information from multiple sources, specifically images and videos. And it builds on the capabilities of large language models, or LLMs.
So it's like taking an LLM, which is already amazing with language,
Right.
and giving it
eyes.
eyes.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and what really sets VideoLLaMA 3 apart is its vision-centric approach.
Oh, okay.
The researchers really prioritized perfecting image understanding as the foundation for video comprehension.
That makes sense. Because, I mean, videos are just...
They're just a sequence of images.
Yeah.
So if you can master image understanding, you're well on your way to really grasping how video works as well.
But I imagine there's a lot more to it than that, right? I mean, it can't be that straightforward.
Well, there's another strategic advantage to this approach. High-quality image text data is much easier to come by than video text data.
Oh, interesting.
And that means that the AI can be trained much more effectively using that image text data.
So they're working smarter, not just harder, which I like.
Exactly.
But I'm guessing this training process was...
Still quite an endeavor.
Like the endeavor.
It was a journey.
Okay.
It was a journey. And it involved 4 distinct stages of training. The first stage was vision encoder adaptation. And in this stage, they focused on honing the AI's vision at different resolutions.
So teaching it to see.
See clearly.
Okay.
No matter how zoomed in or zoomed out the image is. Kind of like adjusting the focus on a camera lens.
Yeah, okay.
And then in the second stage, vision language alignment, they started linking what the AI sees with language descriptions.
So almost like you would show a child a picture of a ball and say ball.
Yeah, exactly.
But on a much more complex level.
Much more complex, exactly.
Okay.
Then we move on to stage 3, which is multitask fine-tuning. And in this stage, they challenge the AI with real-world tasks, answering questions about images and videos, really applying that knowledge.
So not just memorizing labels, but actually understanding.
Understanding, reasoning.
Yeah, it's huge.
It is. And then finally, stage 4. Video-centric fine-tuning.
Makes sense.
This is where it all comes together.
Yeah.
Honing those video specialist skills, grasping the nuances of complex video sequences, understanding how things change over time.
So they really put this AI through the ringer.
They did. A carefully designed boot camp for AI.
That must have taken an insane amount of data.
It did. Millions of images and videos.
Oh.
But it wasn't just about quantity.
Okay.
The researchers were incredibly meticulous about data quality.
So it's not just shoving any old image in there.
It's like giving the AI a carefully curated visual diet.
Yeah.
Only the finest images and videos.
For this very sophisticated learner.
Exactly.
And where did they get all this data? I mean...
Well, they tapped into some really fascinating sources.
Okay.
Like CIYO 700M.
Okay.
It's a massive collection of image-text pairs.
Got it.
And then there's Panda 70M.
Okay.
Which is packed with dynamic video content. And then they even used ShareGPT-4o Video.
Okay.
A data set that's filled with annotated videos and streaming content.
Wow, they really pulled out all the stops. But the big question is, did all this effort actually pay off?
Oh.
Did they actually create an AI
that
can see and understand the world like we do?
Are pretty remarkable. VideoLLaMA 3 outperformed previous models on a whole range of benchmarks, showing its capabilities in everything from OCR, which is recognizing text within images, to even things like complex math reasoning.
Wait, hold on. It can solve math problems
It can, that are
that are presented visually, like...
yeah, that's next level. It is. For example, on benchmarks like InfoVQA, which focuses on understanding text within images, VideoLLaMA 3 crushed the previous top scores. And when it came to math, it even surpassed state-of-the-art methods on Math Vista and Math Vision.
Okay, so we've got benchmarks, but honestly, I always find it helpful to have like concrete examples.
Sure.
Can you give us some examples of what this AI can actually do?
Absolutely. So
Absolutely.
the paper's packed with these captivating case studies. Picture this.
Okay.
VideoLLaMA 3 analyzes a stock chart,
Okay.
but it doesn't just recognize the lines and the numbers.
Yeah.
It understands the trends and indicators. It can potentially even offer investment advice based on what it sees.
It's like having an AI stock analyst right there with you.
Right by your side, exactly.
Okay, that's pretty cool. What else?
But it goes beyond finance.
Okay.
VideoLLaMA 3 can read and understand documents, even dense handwritten ones.
So you could use this like for historical archives.
Exactly. Think about the implications for digitizing those archives.
Yeah.
Making those invaluable records accessible to everyone.
That's a game changer.
It is. And get this, it can even grasp storylines from comic strips,
Really?
demonstrating its ability to understand narrative sequences in a visual format.
So it's not just looking at individual panels, it's understanding how they connect to tell a story.
Exactly.
That's wild.
And the examples just keep going. It can differentiate between bird species based on subtle visual cues.
Oh, wow.
It can answer questions about the arrangement of objects in a video, showcasing its spatial reasoning abilities.
That's incredible. It's really like
Yeah.
witnessing
It's a new era
a new era
of AI understanding,
where machines can really understand,
not just process,
not just process,
but truly comprehend what
Yeah.
they're seeing.
This is amazing stuff. This is a good place to pause.
I think it is.
We've covered a lot, but
We've covered a lot.
there's so much more to explore.
There is.
So we'll be back soon with part 2, where we'll dive even deeper into the training process and
Yeah.
all that data that made VideoLLaMA 3 so powerful. So stay tuned.
Welcome back to our deep dive into VideoLLaMA 3.
We're picking up right where we left off, exploring that 4-stage training process.
Right.
Each stage involved a carefully curated mix of data to really fine-tune different aspects of the model.
It's like designing a curriculum, building on those skills from
Yeah.
the previous stage.
Absolutely. So first up was vision encoder adaptation. What were they aiming for in this initial stage?
Well, think of it as laying the groundwork
Okay.
for clear and accurate vision,
Okay.
no matter what the resolution of the image is. They
Okay.
use a variety of image data sets for this, lots of everyday scenes with short captions, objects, environments.
It's like learning the ABCs of vision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mastering the basics before you move on to more
Yeah.
complex things.
But they didn't stop at just simple objects and
No.
scenes, right?
No, they didn't. They also incorporated document and scene text images into the mix.
Text. Now that's interesting. Why was text so important in this vision-focused stage?
Well, because text, especially when you consider different fonts and handwriting styles,
Yeah.
really forces the AI to pay attention to fine-grained details. Think about the difference between a handwritten A and an O, for instance.
Yeah. Okay, I see. So it's all about training the AI to be super precise.
Exactly. Precise visual perception.
Okay.
And that emphasis on fine-grained detail continued into stage 2 vision language alignment, but with a broader scope.
Okay, so what kind of data did they use in this stage to really take things to the next level?
They got a lot more specific. Instead of just simple labels,
Okay.
they used scene images, but with detailed captions, providing richer descriptions.
So instead of just cat, it might
Yeah.
be a fluffy ginger cat lounging on a windowsill basking in the sun.
Precisely. And to really push the AI's understanding beyond just recognition, they also use document and chart data with extensive explanations.
So it's going from simply seeing to actually interpreting.
Interpreting, understanding the meaning.
Yeah.
And to further enhance its spatial reasoning, they introduced something called fine-grained image text data with bounding boxes.
Bounding boxes.
Bounding boxes.
So break that down for us.
Imagine you draw boxes
Okay.
around specific objects in an image, and then you provide a detailed text description of what's inside each box.
Got it.
So the AI learns
Okay.
the precise locations of objects and how they relate to one another.
So it's not just seeing a tree, it's understanding that it's a towering oak tree to
Exactly.
the left of the house,
Yes,
casting a long shadow.
precisely. Now, interestingly,
Yeah.
they also included a small amount of text-only data in this stage.
Wait, text only?
Text only.
Why would you include text-only data when you're trying to train an AI to understand images?
Well, remember, the goal is to create a multimodal AI, one that can seamlessly integrate both visual and textual information.
Right.
So including some text-only data
Hmm.
helps keep those language skills sharp.
Okay, it's like cross-training for the brain.
Exactly, keeping the AI well-rounded in its
Hmm.
abilities.
Makes sense. Okay, so now we're at stage 3, multitask fine-tuning. This is where things start to get really interesting, right?
This is where it gets real. VideoLLaMA 3 starts tackling real-world tasks.
It's going from learning the basics
Right.
to actually using the knowledge.
Exactly, and they threw everything at it. Data sets covering general question answering, specialized tasks like document analysis, chart
Mhm.
interpretation.
Really putting it to the test.
Exactly. And one of the key elements introduced in this stage was the video compressor.
The what?
The video compressor.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that. What is that?
Well, it's a crucial component
Okay.
that helps make the AI more efficient when processing video data, which can be very computationally expensive.
Right, because video is basically,
A massive amount of images.
yeah, a ton of
Just
images
strung together.
all at once.
Yes. So this video compressor identifies and removes
Okay.
redundant information,
Yeah.
really focusing on the most important parts of the video.
It's like a super efficient editor just cutting out all the unnecessary stuff.
Precisely. And it's also in this stage that they began incorporating more video data into the mix.
Okay, yeah, I was just thinking that. So what kind of video data are we talking about here?
They used a combination of established video caption data sets,
Hmm.
as well as some specialized data they collected themselves.
Oh, interesting. Like what?
This included videos with something called temporal grounding information.
Temporal grounding. Okay, I haven't heard that term before. What does that mean?
It essentially means providing information about the timing of events within a video.
Okay.
For example, the caption might say, "The chef begins chopping the vegetables at 0.15 seconds."
Got it.
So the AI learns to connect those visual events with specific points in time.
Okay, so it's not just seeing that the vegetables were chopped. It's understanding when it happened in relation to everything else.
Precisely. Mastering the timeline of events.
Okay, so by the time VideoLLaMA 3 reached stage 4, video-centric fine-tuning, it was ready to become a true video specialist.
A video pro.
Yeah.
This final stage was all about polishing those video understanding skills.
So what did they do in this final stage?
They really ramped up the video data,
Okay.
including lots of long-form videos and streaming content. And they continued
Okay.
using that temporal grounding information,
Mm.
really emphasizing that understanding of how events unfold over time.
So it's like giving the AI a master class in video analysis, right?
Exactly.
Going beyond the basic.
Delving into the nuances
Yeah.
of how video tells stories and conveys information.
So the end result is an AI that can understand not just individual frames,
Right.
but also how they all fit together.
Exactly. The relationships between them. It can follow storylines, understand sequences of actions, potentially even predict what might happen next.
Wow, that's incredible. They really thought of everything. But before we move on to the results
Yeah.
of all this training, there's one more thing I'm curious about. You mentioned that the researchers were really picky about data quality. Why was that so crucial?
Well, because AI models
Yeah.
are only as good as the data they're trained on.
Yeah.
If you feed them low quality
Right.
or biased data, they'll learn bad habits and produce unreliable results.
It's like you wouldn't expect a chef to create a delicious meal
Right.
with spoiled ingredients.
Exactly. So they were very selective
Okay.
about the data sets they used, choosing ones
Mm.
that had been carefully curated and annotated.
Mm.
They also implemented rigorous cleaning
Okay.
and filtering processes to weed out any of that noisy,
Yeah.
unreliable data.
So it's like meticulously preparing each ingredient before you add it to the recipe.
A great analogy. This attention to detail was absolutely crucial.
That's fascinating. I'm even more eager now to hear about the results of all this. I guess that means it's time for part 3.
Indeed. Join us next time as we explore what VideoLLaMA 3 can actually do and what it all means for the future.
All right, welcome back to the deep dive. We've been on quite a journey exploring VideoLLaMA 3, its architecture, That intense four-stage training
All
process.
that data, all those carefully selected images and videos, it's been fascinating.
Yeah, it really has. But now it's time to move beyond the technical stuff. Let's talk real-world applications. What can this AI actually do?
Well, get ready to be amazed because VideoLLaMA 3 has the potential to revolutionize a whole bunch of fields, from historical research to entertainment and even accessibility.
Okay, I'm all ears. Give me some of the highlights.
Okay, imagine you're a historian
Okay.
and you're facing mountains of handwritten archives, centuries of knowledge locked away in these delicate, often illegible scripts.
Yeah, and it would take, more than a lifetime to transcribe all that manually.
It would be a monumental task. And it often means that those records remain inaccessible. But
Mhm.
VideoLLaMA 3
Yeah.
could change all that. Its
Yeah.
ability to analyze and decipher even messy handwriting could make those archives searchable.
Whoa. So we're talking about unlocking a treasure trove of knowledge.
Exactly. For researchers, for the public, for everyone.
That's incredible. Okay, so what about accessibility? Could VideoLLaMA 3 make a difference there?
Absolutely. Think about videos that can automatically generate captions and descriptions,
Mm,
but not just basic captions.
okay.
Captions that actually capture the nuances of the visual content, even identifying emotions, subtle cues.
So making online content, educational materials, social media
All
was
that
more accessible to everyone.
Exactly. Everyone can participate.
Okay, I'm seeing the potential here. But let's not forget about the fun stuff. Can VideoLLaMA 3 shake things up in the entertainment industry?
Oh, absolutely. Imagine AI tools that can analyze scripts,
Hmm.
automatically suggesting scenes, camera angles, even special effects,
Hmm.
all based on a deep understanding of visual storytelling.
That's wild.
It's not about replacing human creativity, of course.
Yeah.
It's about giving filmmakers and storytellers new tools,
Right.
powerful new tools to bring their visions to life.
Yeah, it's like this next level collaboration. Okay, but what about on the consumer side? Could it change how we experience movies and TV?
I think so. Imagine personalized recommendations that go beyond just your genre preferences.
Okay.
What if an AI could understand
Yeah.
your taste in cinematography, pacing, even the emotional tone of the visuals?
So it could suggest movies and shows that actually resonate with you on a deeper level.
Exactly. A level of customization and depth that's never been possible before.
That's pretty mind-blowing. It seems like the possibilities are really endless.
They really are. It's exciting to think about.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. From the technical details of VideoLLaMA 3 to its potential impact on, well, pretty much everything.
It's clear this technology has the power to be truly transformative.
It really does. And as it continues to evolve, who knows what other groundbreaking applications will emerge. It's going to be interesting to see where this all leads. But for now,
Yeah.
that's a wrap on our deep dives into VideoLLaMA 3. A huge thank you to our listeners.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.